But the base states figure itself is very, very, very good. And I just tipped him over. Hey YouTube, Sequin Shinobi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Fourze base states, along with the module set 1 and the stand and effect part set. So we'll take a look at each individually and together, of course. So of course let's start with the figure itself. Here's a quick look at the box, done in a really cool style, very reminiscent of the Dragon Ball boxes, with Fourze base states here, planets, his typical design. So all in all, that looks really, really nice. The module set box is pretty much the same style, done in a black with a blue band. Just back. And the stand and effect part set is the same style with the effect parts and stuff here, with a green band along the side. You can see all the stuff that you can do with that. So let's take a quick look at the figure, and here he is. He's really, really good. Now, I'm going to admit right off the bat, for those of you that don't really follow me on the podcast or anything, I don't really like Fourze as a show. I enjoy it a lot more now than I did when it started, because I think it's finally getting a plot. But regardless, I do love Fourze's design. And the figure just encapsulates that design absolutely perfectly. So you've got his compound eyes up here and a nice black matte finish head piece right here, which is like the cockpit of the shuttle. Little fins here and little antenna there. Just overall, just really, really good. He's got the new style of shoulders that work really well for this figure. He can Uchu Kita to the best of them. I would hope so, considering he's Fourze, but really, really excellent double joint right there, the typical swivel. He uses pretty much the same style of hip joints that a lot of figures are using nowadays, which is okay, because you can get some kind of weird things going on here, but articulation is fantastic as always. And here we have a double joint, and the toe joint down here, along with the ankle joint that we're used to. However, I do like to say that the ankles are, the foot itself is plastic. It uses the die-cast style of joint, but the foot itself is definitely plastic. So, take that as you will. But considering you have to dismantle this figure a lot, I'm kind of glad it's not die-cast, because that could ruin things in the long run. The belt is loose, which is good, because that's what it's supposed to be. The little lever here does move. I think it does pop out too, but that would be bad. And then you have the rocket, launcher, drill, and radar switches in there. And these just pop right out and are switchable with any of the little switches that come with the module set or the stand and effect part set. Or, actually the stand and effect one doesn't come with any. But all the modules have little driver pieces that you can switch out, and we'll go ahead and look at that later. Switch out. So let's bring in the little turntable of justice. Set him on there. Get him spinning around a bit. And we'll take a look at the accessories that come with this. So he comes with two modules. He comes with the drill module, which looks really cool. All the lines are detailed in there. And just all in all look really, really fabulous. Drill doesn't spin. Actually, I lied. It does spin. Not really well, but it turns at least. And of course the rocket module, which also looks very detailed and really impressive. It doesn't do anything, of course, but it does look really nice. Comes with two sets of hands. These pointy, let's do this one-on-one hands. And then just relax, splayed open hands for both sides. And then he comes with a little tiny drill switch that is in the on position. So, despite the fact that it does have the rocket module, it does not come with a rocket switch in the on or off position. I guess because the only difference is like a tiny gap between up and down, so they didn't bother to make that one. Whereas drill has a pointed left or right, depending on whether it's off or on. and so they did that to differentiate them a bit. So to switch them out, it's not that hard actually. So we'll go ahead and do some rocket and drill action. So all you have to do is pull this off right here, and he'll come right off. It's not really that difficult. Take the drill, or the rocket rather, and then just plug that in. And so now he has the rocket module. The drill is a little bit more difficult. That requires you to pull right here, just like that, and pull his entire leg unit off. And then we'll take the drill, and like I said, this one's a lot harder to get on, so excuse me for a second. And there we have the drill. Just fits right in there, exactly where the leg was, so that is now his new leg. Of course, we do have an issue to where he can't stand anymore because he's got a drill for a leg. So he is in a bit of a pickle. So what are we going to do? I don't know. Oh no. But that's what this stand and effect part set is for. So he's just going to flop down here. He'll spin around. And take a look at the stuff that is in this set. So of course you have a Tamashii Stage, hence the stand. It says Kamen Rider Fourze down there, along with his chest design with the vest looking thing. So that is pretty cool, and it was all sparkly and stuff too. Now it has 2 stage outlets, and I'll get into that, into the why in a second. But it does have 2 stage outlets. Of course you also have a boost thing for the rocket, and then 2 other little stands. This one is a little tiny pebble like thing that allows you to stick the drill in there, and then you can bring him down so he can stand like that. So something along the lines of that. So you can do that. Or you have a really big one, so you can do that with a larger stage as well. And that's just designed after the typical Robot Damashii stages. They're in this weird little shape. But we're going to use the Rocket Rider Drill Kick stand effect a little bit later. But first I want to take a look at the module set 1. So this consists of Magic Hand, which is actually designed after the working arm on the space shuttles. So I thought that was pretty neat. The launcher, which is actually like this. Camera. And radar, otherwise known as a radar. So, obviously, there's all sorts of different things that you can do for this. So, we'll start with Magic Hand just because. So, you can take off the rocket switch, or rocket module, take the Magic Hand one, and plug it right in the same socket. And then you have a hand joint down here, so we'll just give him the splayed open hand, or the relaxed hand rather. So now you have the Magic Hand, and it can go all over the place in all of its magic handy glory. We'll take off drill just for the ease of use, so you can at least stand. So next we'll take a look at launcher. Obviously there is a new launcher little switchy thing. I have to find out which one it is. Is this one. So this one is for the launcher on. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that. We'll take out rocket and launcher, which just fell. Put in the on launcher switch. Like I said, that just pegs right in there. Find the on magic hand switch. I believe that is that one right there. So now he has an accurate belt, which is always a good time. The launcher doesn't have a foot, so what you have to do is take off this entire assembly right here. Take off the foot assembly as well. Take the foot assembly and plug that in right down here, which is apparently easier said than done. So take that and plug that in there like so, and then take the entire launcher assembly right here, just like that. So now you have the launcher module on there. So now he's getting all decked out. I could just take Magic Hand off, but I don't feel like it. And then the other two go on this arm, so let's go ahead and demonstrate both of those. Radar doesn't have a replacement switch. Probably because Radar's one of those switches that has a roller, so the difference between on and off is very, very minimal. So just attach that piece right in there, just like so, and then give him the hand. And so now he can go like this and break his driver with his hand, and he can go talk to Kengo or Yuki or whoever it is that he wants to talk to with the radar module. Because I can't remember the last time he actually used the radar module in conjunction with the launcher module, but such is life. So we have these different modules do affect his overall balance, just because sometimes you don't get the slot in there exactly the same. So he's got all sorts of crazy going on. But this is really cool. So take off the rocket module, or the radar module, along with the hand. Take out the radar little tab. Next we want the on switch. I believe it is this one. I don't have the Fourze driver or any of the Fourze toys, so I don't really know which one's on and which one's off without referencing the show for pictures. So put that one in there. Take the camera, go ahead and just give him his hand right now, just so it's easier. Take this unit, plug it right in, just like so, and now he has the camera, so now he can be like this. You can bring out the little viewfinder for him, and so now he's recording himself 3D, which is funny because YouTube has that 3D option. I don't know whether that actually worked or not, but so now you can record things while shooting things while groping things with a long hand. So he can do all sorts of things. It's majestic. So, like I said, I'm going to use the Rider Rocket to drill kick for my display piece. So let's go ahead and get him back to rocket and drill on. Alright, so now we are back here. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way and bring in our stand. So obviously, as always, this just pegs right in here. And so while he's dangling here, we'll take a nice opportunity to switch these out. These all are just little pegs. Just pull right out. Take the big boosty one, as opposed to the big busty one, and just line up that peg. That'll go in right there. The other ones don't lock in at all. They're just kind of hovering there, which is kind of stupid, but that's fine. And line that up to make sure those all connect to each other. And then basically just pose Fourze however you see fit. And it really is a great overall figure. Go ahead and wheel this around and stop it. But if you're a fan of Fourze, and even if you aren't, you're just a fan of Fourze's suit, I definitely recommend picking up the Base States figure. You really can't go all that wrong with it. The standard effect part set is a thing I believe you should probably pick up if you're getting just Base States, because you do get the standing drill stands, you do get the rocket boost, you do get that pretty Tamashii Stage as well. So I do definitely recommend picking up the stand-in effect set if you want to get off a look like this. If you don't really care about the custom stage or the booster effect, then you're probably just fine just using a typical Tamashii Stage pack, but the stand-in effect part wasn't that expensive. The module set is kind of hit and miss. Now it's tilting the other way. I mean, you get Magic Hand, Radar, Launcher, and Camera. The thing about these is that Figuarts are figures that you generally pose, stick on a shelf, and don't really do too much with until you go to pose it again. So, I mean, it's really a matter of whether you want to be a completionist or not, which I am, unfortunately. But, they're okay, and they are really good for what they're worth. I wish the radar had like a little picture on the screen or a little flip out thing or something, or whether the launcher shot missiles maybe. Just little things like that that are on the FMC series figures. But I mean, it's a good set and it's worth the price. It's just a matter of fact on whether you can, as a collector or a displayer, can get use out of it. That's the real question to here. Is, I mean, I'm not going to use any of the modules because I'm displaying base states. Displaying base states like this. So I'm not going to get any use out of those modules, but I just wanted to have them because I'm a completist. But if you want to have fun playing with the figure, I do recommend picking up the module set. Otherwise, I really don't think it's a necessary sort of little toy, but definitely recommend base states for sure. Great figure, great detailing, great everything. And I do recommend picking up the stand-in effect parts set as well, just because it does add a lot to the base states figure in terms of how you can display him. So, definitely recommend it in those fronts. So, be sure to check out ShukenShinobi.com for all the latest updates on my reviews and hauls. And, of course, check out RidersRangersandRebels.com, bringing you the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So, take care and have a great one. Bye.